Welcome to Wisdom for Your Day, where we look to historical figures for practical, modern-day applications to improve our lives and routines. Whether it's a difficult home renovation or a new fitness habit, we all face moments of frustration where the complexity of a task makes us want to walk away. Henry Ford faced this wall early in his career. Before the mass production of the Model T, his first two automobile companies completely collapsed because his investors grew impatient with his lack of results. Ford didn't quit after these failures. Instead, he realized that moving forward required a shift from erratic experimentation toward a strict, iterative system of problem-solving. By adopting the same flowchart Ford used to troubleshoot his early factories, you can systematically dismantle your own personal setbacks and refine your daily life. Ford's early business failures were caused by a specific flaw. He tinkered too long on individual car designs without a clear goal. This lack of focus frustrated his backers and led to bankruptcy. This flowchart represents the first phase of the system he developed: identify the problem and study the process. Ford applied this by analyzing the market and realizing he needed to simplify. He stopped building complex luxury machines and focused on a standardized design. When a personal habit or a daily routine fails, you can apply this by setting aside your self-judgment. Instead, study the bottleneck, the specific moment where your routine breaks down. Success becomes more likely when you treat personal failures as raw data to be studied, allowing you to identify exactly what needs to be simplified. Even after Ford had a simple car design, his production process was a mess. Building cars one by one was too slow to reach the masses. He entered the test and implement phase by inventing the moving assembly line. He took the massive task of building a car and broke it into tiny, standardized steps that moved to the worker. The results were immediate. By testing these small iterations, Ford slashed the assembly time for a single car chassis from over 12 hours to just 90 minutes. You can use this chunking method to handle intimidating projects at home. By breaking a large goal into a series of highly specific daily tasks, you remove the mental weight of the finished product. This approach helps eliminate the paralysis of overwhelm, ensuring that steady progress becomes an automatic part of your routine. The assembly line solved the production speed, but it created a human problem. The work was so repetitive that workers quit at an alarming rate, creating a new bottleneck in the system. Ford implemented a radical solution to stabilize his workforce. He doubled wages to $5 a day and shortened the workday to 8 hours. In the measure phase, he found that this wasn't an act of charity, but of economics. Higher pay reduced the cost of training new workers and allowed his own employees to become customers for the cars they built. In a small business or professional setting, this principle of delivering consumer surplus, providing more value than expected, builds a level of loyalty and efficiency that a bare minimum approach cannot match. A mechanical system is only as effective as the people running it. Investing in people is a strategic move for any long-term project. This framework eventually built a global empire, resulting in facilities like the River Rouge plant that processed raw materials into cars on a massive scale. Even a successful system requires updates. When the Model T finally began to lag behind competitors, Ford listened to his advisors and the market, retooling his factories to launch the Model A. Ford's enduring contribution demonstrates that complex success is the result of breaking down a goal, testing each piece, and refining steps through continuous measurement. Challenge yourself today to take one complex task you've been avoiding, break it into chunks, test a new approach for just 10 minutes, and use the results to refine your next move. You've been watching Wisdom for Your Day. To find more historical insights for your daily life, please like, subscribe, and follow us.